All right, y'all. How we doing? How we doing? Whole squad in here. I got a bit of stuff to go through, and then we're gonna keep things grinding. Let's get into a couple things. What Apple did for creatives in the 70s, Nike did for athletes in the 80s, is what we're doing for founders in the 20s, okay?
I felt like if we had this in like a boardroom, we'd be fucking banging on the table, Wolf of Wall Street, jumping on the table, getting ready to go.
Don't be surprised how quickly the universe moves once you've decided that you want better for yourself.
Every time I review your guys' calls, so why do you want to work with Matt? And everybody's just like the vibe and the energy.
We're at the cusp of something fucking massive here. We will be way more fucking successful than we have ever imagined. When founders are fucking really, really happy and customers are really stoked the fuck up, I can go and fucking hike mountains and make fucking exceptional content, and we can all just have a lot of fucking fun around here.
And that's the fucking truth, baby. Let's keep it going.
We're trying to build something for the next 100 years, guys. And that's how we're gonna go and impact 100 million people. We will hit our wildest goals. We inspire other people that are like, fuck, whatever that is, I want that. All right, y'all. How we doing? How we doing? Whole squad in here. Do we have the Bali boys up in this bitch?
Yeah, good. Just settling in. Had an in-person conversation. He's going to come in 7,800, but I think there's a chance that he's going to come in 29K if we can do something special for him. I basically stopped him from going from these other AI agencies, sat down with him. Yeah. He paid for my meal and just through a connection here in Bali. So there we are doing in-person closing.
Can't tell what's better, him paying 7,800 or paying for $3 meal. Man, that's
I'm feeling pretty good. I got together with Ben and Dan. They took their time, run me through everything and just give me some good pointers and stuff. So thank you, boys, for giving me some good advice.
I'm just gonna say you better open up some calendars for us because Ross is on his like daily grind of just fucking killing it. So
Arbor really motivated me yesterday. I was not feeling well, and he actually reminded me my name meaning Hamza means strong lion. So he helped me with that. He was like, you can do it, this and that. And it reminded me, I have to get back, and I got the results. So yeah.
Just living the Founder OS lifestyle. Came down to the beach in the south of England. Got a couple of follow-ups later today, and yeah, excited to close deals.
Past couple of months have been sort of all work, no play. Makes Jack a very dull man. Just getting back into the calisthenics, inspired by Hamza, meditating/praying quite a lot more. And the dedication outside of that has what's been able to bring the excellence as far as consistency here in business.
Let's get into a couple things. I'll keep this like pretty short and sweet, probably 15 minutes long max. Let's get into this thing. As we all know, right? I've been doing a lot of thought into like the dream client of Founder OS, okay? And I would characterize them as this intentional founder, okay? The kind of person, like we were talking about the other day, who wants like freedom, wants to build a team, understands that their time is their ultimate currency. They want adventure, travel, have meaningful experiences. What we are all about in one word is freedom, okay? And we're creating this aspirational brand, almost like what Apple did for creatives in the 70s, Nike did for athletes in the 80s, is what we're doing for founders in the 20s, okay? And so our mission, right, is to really transform these founders into legendary brands through simple systems, okay? As we all know, we're kind of pioneering this movement towards founder-led brands, right? FLB, okay? And founder-led brands are like one part creator, one part founder. Our purpose then as a team, okay, it's really architecting freedom to end founder prison and help the world's most ambitious founders. We're not just talking about growing founder-led brands to get a bunch of followers or views and engagement. And yes, while we can definitely do that, we're after something much larger than that. We're also trying to help these people monetize what they're building, and further to that even, helping them actually be able to live like vibrant, amazing lives because they have systems that allow them to gradually remove themselves from operations and focus on the more important things. And so that leads us to our big promise, okay? Our big promise as a team is to dazzle founders through simple systems, extraordinary support, which is like all the founder success stuff we do, the 50 plus live sessions we have a month, the access to our C-suite, the founder retreats, the AI agent, and so much more that we have on the way, where founders can get a real sense of belonging in our community, and then obviously help them scale things like their brand, their content, their team, their revenue, right? Because again, this isn't about just scaling systems, right? It's about helping these people live very vibrant, full, amazing lives, which inevitably, I think when we talk about, say, the DMs as an example and say the Instagram audience, I'm in there all the time. I'm seeing what people are saying. I see messages daily around things like, oh, I'm just trying to do what you're doing in this, or I'm just trying to live that life, but in this kind of thing. So we're very much like living this. We're sharing this. We are being this exemplary role model team around this way of being and living and operating. And as we become our fullest selves individually and as a squad and as a brand, we inspire other people that are like, fuck, whatever that is, I want that.
That's very rare in our space. Not all of them, but I'm just saying, like, you being here, like, just kind of reinforces just going through this. It's like the energy comes up. And so it's so integral to like that kind of like everyone being on the same page. So I just wanted to recognize that. And yeah, hopefully you can be, I guess, more present on future coaching calls.
Yeah, my promise is that I will be present on these and I'm not going anywhere. And also, if I'm not on these, it's because I'm probably going deep as fuck on some exceptional content creation. Because I think the biggest favor I could do to the sales team in that moment is just jack up the marketing. You guys can see the marketing that's going on, right? So you certainly know things are happening. It's not like we're chilling. Just give you guys that context in a good way. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. And I enjoy running these, especially over the last while. I think over the last 3 months, we've collectively found our energy and vibe as a team. And I don't see these as like sales meetings as much as I do kind of more of like a leadership meeting where we're all holding each other to like a high standard of leadership together. I enjoy these a lot and I'm, not going anywhere. First off, the definition of our critical function is the one activity that makes our big promise a reality. So again, our big promise is to dazzle founders with amazing systems, support, and the community. So question for you guys, a few of you can try your best to answer this. The formula is this, okay? The critical function helps us execute on our big promise. It is the important thing that when we get that one thing right, we achieve our big promise of dazzling founders with systems, community, and support. What do you think the critical function is of this business? Daniel, why don't you give it a shot?
Vision is to dazzle founders. Critical function. So just operating at that level with every single like minor detail we focus on, just having that standard of going above and beyond.
What about Kevin? What's your guess?
Along the lines of what Dan said, but just, I guess, striving for excellence and, always having the founder's best interest at heart and really just being there to provide for all their needs and just really executing on that, I guess.
Great answer. Ben?
The one activity, providing the knowledge and accountability for founders to have the confidence to execute on making shit happen.
So all those are awesome answers and they're all actually super true. When I zoom out in my my role, I guess, on like the overall company, and if I was to pick the one activity that we do that supports our critical function, it all comes down to exceptional content creation. Exceptional content creation on one side feeds things like DMs and inbound calls for Ross, Hamza, Abdul, everyone, right? Arbor, everyone. Then from there, inbound calls, DMs, all that feed sales, which feed cash flows, which feed our ability then to reinvest into more content. And it creates this flywheel. Content sets cash, content sets cash, and the audience just rips. Say on the founder success side, they create amazing content in the form of amazing office hours, looms to founders, exceptional reviews on sites like Trustpilot. More founders are convinced when they're inside a FounderOS that our delivery is exceptional. They tell their friends about FounderOS. Those friends get on calls. More people join FounderOS. We invest more in delivery. We get more, positive testimonials, more positive community developments. More people tell their friends, and that flywheel just rips. Lastly, as an example, the exceptional content creation around things like founder retreats. We run amazing content at the events. The events go well. People leave great testimonials. They tell their friends. More people go and apply to FounderOS. They get on calls. We close those people. More people come to events. and that flywheel rips.
From a front end perspective, I had a conversation today and it's almost like the power of marketing. Like if people aren't in our world and they just come across us, the guy was recommended from a student, it's so much more powerful. Like even though I can clearly diagnose his problems and what needs to change, it's just like he's not going to be putting himself out there. And so I put him back to the content and get him in. He's going to subscribe to the newsletter and nurture him that way. The guys that are coming in, it's so important that they are actually in our world already, because I think that a big part of that is just everything that you're putting out there and then really being reinforced, that messaging over weeks and months. So that's just something that I picked up on.
Definitely having people in our universe. And when in doubt, you get on a call with someone and there's going to be a follow-up a week later, send them a relevant YouTube video or two, right? That feels curated for them to kind of get them just in that zone, in that mental space. And are like quadrupling down on YouTube in all the ways. So there's a lot of good bangers there that kind of keep people in the frame.
Nice.
So in a sense, right, like when you even just think about us at a higher level, what is our core mechanism at FounderOS? The content GPS. This mechanism that I've built over the last 15 years, right? Building multiple profitable companies, helped me grow an audience around Herba 14 million, grow an audience of two and a bit million around my personal brand. And it's helped me grow all of this without spending a dime on ads. And so people know us as just like, damn, I want to create amazing audiences off of organic content, build my own founder-led brand. FounderOS is the place. And so it's this exceptional content creation. One thing I want to cover too, that everything in life is a curve. And so when you think about the customer journey, it's not linear, okay? It's a curve. So when someone goes and watches a YouTube video, the next step is they probably get on maybe a set call with Ross, or they're in the DMs with Arbor, with Hamza. Then from there, they're on a call with one of the closers here, Ben, Daniel, Kevin. The question is, when they're going through that process, that content process, right? Does it go and curve upwards or downwards? Our whole bet and why we exist is because some of the reasons you guys just said, right? Where every decision, every call we're on, we're actually elevating the brand, elevating the vibe. Someone may have watched 2 YouTube videos of 24 minutes total before getting on a call with Ben. Ben's sales call is an hour long, which is twice as much content as they had previously watched getting into that call. You guys are as important, if not more important, to exceptional content creation than anything on the content side, because those calls are content, right? The experiential side of our content, you've gone and seen a YouTube video, you've seen an X thread. Now you're on a call with the actual team behind this whole thing. Do they exceed your expectations where you see it, you're on this like exponential curve to greatness? Or does it let you down and you're like, oh, the steak is definitely less than the sizzle, and this just ain't actually that legit? Exceptional content creation, guys, it's not just YouTube, it's not just social media, it is our sales calls. It is the email follow-ups you send. It is you delivering on a promise that when you're on a call, hey, I'm going to send you a couple videos after this. I want you to watch them. That is you guys being part of the content creation aspect of this business and making sure that that curve from when someone hears about us to when they join and beyond is an exponential growth curve, not some like negative customer journey. Content, cash, reinvest in product, mission, people, systems. This illustrates a flywheel where it just fucking rips. And that's how we're going to go and impact 100 million people, is because we've built this thing from nothing to 3 million people in under 3 years. You can only imagine as that just keeps ripping, the curve we're on is not a line, it's this. And we're only like here. Similar to kind of what I was just saying, we all have 2 aspects to our roles here, right? There's our support of the critical function of exceptional content, and then there is also our core job. You know the critical function, right? So we're dazzling founders through exceptional content creation. So as an example, what I just was saying is sometimes I'm gonna have to go deep on some content shit, film 4 YouTube videos over the next 3 days, kind of like I'm doing over the next 3 days here. I'm gonna need your guys' help, like protecting and serving while I'm doing that, so that I can do that and you guys can rock and roll. So on the success team, right, this is stuff like they're going to be creating exceptional content around the experiences, the testimonials, the office hours. That's their aspects of the content creation side. On the creative, goes without saying, they help a lot with design, visual storytelling, and support all the great shit we do. Similar on the ops side with Claire, Dawn, Zacharias, right? They've got the systems going, the support going. They're making content in their own way. I was just talking to Claire last night around, I don't know if there's another person on the success team that has a higher school positive comment per call rate than Zacharias. That is fucking content. And that is protecting our critical function in two ways. Number one, I mean, it's creating exceptional content just in and of itself. And two, when founders are fucking really, really happy and customers are really stoked the fuck up, they don't fucking ask for refunds. They don't cause any bullshit. They're fucking stoked as shit. And you guys don't need to worry about it. And I don't need to fucking worry about it. And I can go and fucking hike mountains and make fucking exceptional content. And we can all just have a lot of fucking fun around here. So then there's you guys, right? We talked a lot already about a ton of shit, right? The calls you're on are content. The email follow-ups you do are content. The YouTube videos you recommend to people are helping distribute our exceptional content. And then inevitably, right, like hitting your projections, right? Hitting the things you say you're going to do, it helps the content operation, right? Because the content's bringing the leads, you guys are closing the leads, and we can just keep ripping here. So the big question then when it comes to your guys' area is this: how does what I'm doing right now serve exceptional content creation and our core promise of dazzling founders through exceptional support, systems, and our community? You guys are such a great exemplary model of like the energy, the vibe, the care. We can see it in the revenue channel and how much we all support each other. We can see it in the preparation you guys are bringing to these calls. The point of this was not to point out what we should be doing or anything like that, because I know you guys know what to do. It's that I think you guys are owed an understanding of the overall strategy of the business. And this is the same strategy I'm going over with everyone. You guys have as much information as Dawn, as Claire, as anyone, so that we can all operate as real owners and leaders in this chapter. And we all have full information on what needs to happen. No one's pumping out the level of like high quality output as we collectively are as a team. And so what really our only competition, guys, is ourselves. FounderOS is here to be this like household name, right? It's about freedom. It's about intentional living, right? It's about building simple systems that work, right? It's about helping founders achieve the 3 Ps, right? Peace, profit, and purpose. We're trying to build something for the next 100 years, guys.
That was a mic drop, Matt.
That was content right there.
Kevin's come in like, what the fuck is going on here?
No, honestly, I'm not though, because like I was telling Ben too, like ever since the beginning, my first conversation with Zacharias, then Claire, then Matt, then Dawn, I felt that like you guys really embody everything that you're saying, all your values and your actions and your whole philosophy. You guys I felt that right from the beginning. If I felt that way coming into this as an internal team member, you can only imagine what everybody else on the external side of it is feeling as well.
I feel the same way. I think we're at the cusp of something fucking massive here. And the more that we believe that and feel it and embody it, the more it's just true. It's a self-perpetuating machine. And we have the raw talent here, You guys, in terms of like the growth in all metrics, is like insane month over month over month the last 3 months. The high quality content we're putting out on YouTube is like unmatched, right? And in terms of also like how much better it's getting week by week. Quality of the delivery side and what we're doing there. The founder retreat we have coming up in Bali. There's like so much good shit happening and like we're barely even started. We all are going to get really rewarded for, in a good way, just like becoming better leaders. It's really just about that. It's like, any professional athlete, right? Like you look at any professional athlete, they're just looking for that like 0.01% edge in one area or that little 0.5% edge in another, right? And we're very much the same way here, right? Just looking for those little optimizations, those little edges we can find as a team. And there's enough of us in this room here, across all of that, those 0.5, 0.3 daily add up to maybe a 15% better team every week and a 3 times better team in 3 months, right? Which is certainly the bet I would make on this team. Well, let's just end it on this note, okay? So why don't we us all, in a good way, put out like an intention on like what exceptional means to us, and it could be in anything, okay? More than anything, I'm talking about this exceptional vision that we're putting together as a squad, okay? So for me, like as just a random example, just being creative with it, it's like exceptional to me right now means like just a whole other caliber of YouTube content going out. The bar becomes like 500,000 views per video type shit twice a week. That's what exceptional means to me in my area. It can be fun, and I would almost maybe challenge us to it in a fun way, like where it almost feels out of reach. It's that big.
What's exceptional for me? Coming here, just the synchronicity in terms of doing what I'm doing here. There's always an intention for me to be writing and creating again. And that's just really being here has like charged me up and got me to really face it. And there's all these little moments like in the gym today in Body Factory. It was like this quote that I saw at the front. They have these little cards. It says, "Don't be surprised how quickly the universe moves once you've decided that you want better for yourself. Go be great." And I'm like, shit, there's all of these things are literally like slamming me in the face and saying, fucking wake up and listen. Just continuing to push the boundaries of like what is uncomfortable, because that's literally where all of the growth is happening.
Yeah, what does exceptional mean to me? You are not exceptional by having exceptional results for one day. You're exceptional by having exceptional results for an exceptional period of time. And I think that period of time part is where everybody falls off the fucking wagon. And so for me, that's just a work of discipline. And discipline for me in work has really come from discipline outside of life. And the dedication outside of that has what's been able to bring the excellence as far as consistency here in business.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, I think for me it's just keeping up the momentum, being consistent, having like the best possible leads on the closed calendars, and just being someone the team can count on. And at the end of the day, when like the leadership and everyone can say, "I'm so glad that we brought this seller among like millions of seller here. Like this was the best decision ever." That's my mission here.
So for me, it's like what I yesterday noticed was like to be exceptional. Because to get exceptional results in life, in work, in anything, I need to be exceptional myself. And what I mean by this is if I'm not getting the results, it means that I'm not doing exceptional work as well. It means the problem is all in me. I'm not going to blame the content or any other thing, because I have to be exceptional out there to get exceptional results.
Mine's actually very similar to what Hamza said. I mean, why I love sales and what I do here is because I have a passion to want people to be exceptional. I have a passion to want everybody to become the best version of themselves. But in order for me, in such a short window that we have, a 45-minute or an hour sales call, that short amount of time that we get to spend with them, in order for me to help that person become exceptional and the best version of themselves, I have to be exceptional. I have to always strive for excellence within myself, internally, and truly embody that. Otherwise, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to help people. And that's my mission, really. So
Nice.
That's what exceptional is to me.
Love it.
I fucking love you guys. This is our competitive edge, guys. It's like this energy, this vibe, the fucking people we are. I know we're quiet and respectful in this Zoom meeting, but I felt like if we had this in like a boardroom, we'd be fucking banging on the table, Wolf of Wall Street, jumping on the table, getting ready to go. I ain't fucking leaving. I'm fucking leaving. The energy I feel. I'm going to have to apologize to my girlfriend for waking her up at like 6 a.m. with these screams, but this energy, man, like this is what we feel. This is what we bring. This is what we bring to the calls. And this is why we do what we do. This is why people come to us. Almost every time I review your guys' calls, the people are like, "So, why do you want to work with Matt?" And everybody's just like, the vibe, man, the energy. And that's the fucking truth, baby. Let's keep it going.
I love to see that from Zach as well. Fucking hype, man. Very good, bro.
More of that to come. Guys, it's been good. Sorry for going 2 minutes over, but it was well worth it. Let's have an exceptional end of the week. And let's just start this new chapter. Season 4, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, here we go. The Bazzoni. Let's go. See you guys.
Bye.
Much love, y'all. We ain't fucking leaving.
Bye bye.